Hey, everybody, I hope that you are having a great week. And I can't believe that we are only a week away from Ash Wednesday. And so I want to make sure that we are all really clear on what Ash Wednesday is going to look like this year. And it is always a special time when we enter into the season of Lent. But I think this year is especially going to be meaningful. And that's in large part because Mitch Marcello, who is our director of worship, he and his team have given a lot of thought to what Ash Wednesday is going to look like for us this year. And we're going to have some different and unique experiences. And I really hope that we all will be able to take advantage of the opportunities that we're going to have. So I want to, again, make sure we're clear on what that's going to be. So Mitch, would you mind just starting to walk us through both what we can expect and what we want to invite people into next Wednesday for Ash Wednesday?
Yeah, sure. So there's a little bit something different that's going to be starting at 2 o'clock. And so surrounding First Church on the sidewalks, there's going to be the 14 stations, the Way of the Cross we're going to be setting up. This is traditionally done on Good Friday, but we're doing it this year during Ash Wednesday, just as a way for us to connect with Jesus's walk and for us to contemplate that as we enter this Lent journey. And so at 2 o'clock, there'll be stations, like I said, surrounding the church, 14 different stations, and you'll be able to go through those stations at your own pace. It's something for you to pray, to contemplate each of these stations, and really focus and set your attention and your intentions during that moment. And so it's go at your own pace from 2 o'clock until 4:30, and then at 4:30.
Let me interrupt you one second. What door or where should we start for the 2 o'clock time?
Good question. Yeah. So the first station will start at the Ross Street entrance.
Great. And am I also clear from that 2 to 4:30 time? People can come and go as they wish in that time period.
Yep.
So if somebody wants to show up at 3 o'clock
Yep.
and do it at their pace, they can do it.
Yep.
All right. So from 2 to 4:30, you can do that starting at the Ross Street entrance. Great. Then what?
Yeah. And so at 4:30, there's going to be a guided experience that Conda, which many of you may be familiar with. So Conda helps out every Sunday morning and helps us put together worship in a variety of different ways. She's going to actually be offering a guided experience. So again, if you show up at 4:30 and come in the Ross Street entrance, that's where you'll be congregating. And from there, she'll take you through that experience. And the final station of that will be the administering of ashes.
Right.
And so this is a wonderful opportunity for us to have an outward sign of our faith. One of the beautiful things that we discovered last year is when we had stations surrounding the church is that people would drive by, they would actually stop and receive ashes. And so Pastor Matt or Pastor Janet will be at the station throughout the day and be able to offer to people that are passing by. And this is, again, a wonderful way for us to have an outward expression to the public of our faith during this holy moment.
Great. So that's happening from 4:30 till what? Almost 6?
That's about 5:30, 5:40.
Okay. Okay, so about an hour. And then I think at 6 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the final component of Ash Wednesday, so this is a traditional service. And so is a service in the sanctuary, 6 until probably about 6:50, 6:55. And there's going to be a prayer component in there, a way for us to connect and reflect about what our journey will look like during Lent. And again, to set our intentions in a certain way. And at the end of that, there will again be ashes being offered to those that are interested. And the final component is that if you have children, you can feel free to bring your children. We'll have something for them to experience. And throughout that, and at the end of that, they'll be invited to come and join in the ashes if they wish as well.
Awesome. So let me just make sure that there's a lot of opportunities, but 2 o'clock till roughly 4:30, a self-guided tour, as it were, among the 14 stations around the church, 14 stations of the cross, beginning at the Ross Street entrance. Then at 4:30, if you want to join a whole group, Conda is going to lead a tour at that time among the 14 stations. And then there'll be a service at 6 o'clock in the sanctuary where kids are welcome. Is that all correct?
That's right. And I guess I would also say one more thing is that each station is actually being created by a different person or a different group here at the church. And Michael Glazer and Conda and Michael especially have been really helping pull this together. And so, Michael's the director of the Acts Network, which is a way for us to connect with the larger community. And so this is right up his alley. So
awesome. Well, thank you, Mitch. And we just want to make sure you're aware of all this. I want to say a special thank you to Mitch. there's a ton of experiential elements here, which I think is really exciting. There's also going to be time for contemplation, and that is also right as we enter into the season of Lent. So, Mitch, to you and your team, thank you. And please help us spread the word. This is a little different than what we've had in the past, but what a wonderful opportunity as Mitch has laid it out for us. So, it'll be a great way to really center our hearts as we get ready to move into the season of Lent and journey with Christ to the cross and beyond. Thanks so much, Mitch. Have a great week, everyone, and we look forward to worshiping with you.